Alright, here we go. Alright. Alright, we'll wait a minute or 5 and then we'll start. I just want to make sure everyone has a chance to hop in. Hi Scarce, how are you doing today? I'm just waiting for notifications to pop up. I'm quickly going to pop in a voice chat with my cousin. Okay, just to clarify, I am already streaming, but I'm just waiting for the notifications to pop.
Like 8 hours, like 8.
I'm gonna start a little bit earlier today, but what I can do, you have a holiday the next week, right?
Yeah, next week.
Yeah, Scarce is doing fantastic, to be fair. How about you? I am doing decent. It has been worse the last few weeks, so it's alright. What I should do, Brian, I should stop by you this week. Like, quickly go up to your PC, log my Steam account in, and normally you should have access to my whole Steam library then by the family sharing. But I just have to log in once.
Smooth.
And then you can explore an infinite world of weird games. during your holiday if you want to.
That I mostly have. Like,
Yeah, fair enough.
so I have like half of your games. Wait, I think I have a bit more, no, not more games than you, but like more than half of the same as you.
Let me actually check. You've. Okay, thanks for the bits, Quas. Didn't expect that straight away. You have about 150 games according
I
to.
bring you like lucky.
Yeah, apparently, according to Steam. I've. Okay, yeah, you've almost half. It's fair enough, to be honest.
And still, I'm not taking the free games you get. Like, I'm just watching. Like, but there are a few nice ones.
I should add the Humble Bundle games. I haven't added them in a while, but there were a lot of
Same,
duplicates. A lot of the same games as previous year, to be honest.
Is normally better?
I think so, yeah, but yeah, I will see, you know. Because like all the Anomaly games which we got the other day, I have all of them from previous year.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I'll just give it to someone in the Arcana community. Maybe do a little competition or fun thing for it, but...
Yeah, you know what you wanted to try? Like the competitions, like...
Okay,
Brawlhalla.
Scared, you want a game or you want the dragon? Because I cannot buy you the dragon, I'm going to be honest.
Wait, you can?
I can't buy him a dragon because that won't work.
Why?
The dragon...
Okay, desubscribe.
That's one of the things they do not sell on the dark web.
reason not getting a dragon.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Anyway, let me boot up the game, maybe.
I'm just playing some Black Desert again.
Yeah, I'm just going to stick around you to chat with you, so it will be a little bit less awkward. I saw one review, and it said it is a lot of reading, which can be a good thing or a bad thing, you know? But the art style looked pretty neat, I'm not going to lie. I cry now, Lord. Don't cry, Scares.
To be fair, I have no idea what I need to think about the game. Yeah, wait, I know what to think about the game, but that it will be good or not.
It only has 17 reviews on Steam, and most of them are positive, so... But I imagine most of them are also people who received the game from the developer, so yeah. First...
I think it's a good... I think it's just a good free game.
Some distant memory, or...
Yeah.
It's 10 euros at the moment. And some people said in the reviews they found it a little bit expensive for how long it was. I'm going to start a new game. I literally just started the first scene to see if the stream would work.
Oh, so you're spoiling already?
Well, I'm spoiled for like the 2 or 3 first sentences. That's all.
That caused me spoil.
Oh.
Thing.
It's 300 years ago, things fell apart. Earth's few surviving humans now live in self-contained colonies, protected from the bloom algae that consumed the planet during the collapse. Hi, Damien. We're just getting started, you haven't missed anything. The most successful of these, Ares, was originally built to prepare for life on Mars. Hello, Elon Musk. Their mission, long since abandoned, Ares now salvage wreckage from the wasteland that was once their home. I should also open YouTube chat, I haven't done that. Oops. You are a leader of that effort, a professor and a chosen interpreter of the Aurora AI, humanity's guideline lantern. However, centuries of bloom corrosion have taken their toll and the resources are scarce. Wait, are all the resources scarce? How many scarces are there?
3 in total.
You've spent the last decade searching for the sunken city, a mythic trove of old Earth technology sealed away from the contamination on the surface. Aurora says you're on the right track, but time is running out. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Doesn't that look awesome? Come on. Professor, there's nothing here. We should get back to the base. Give me 5 more minutes, Commander. Aurora says it's here. We have to search. I mean, there is a 16.6666 chance of discovering the city. I would take that chance, you know.
Like it's more than some other things.
Yeah, I mean, I farm items which have a way lower drop rate in games. That's much higher than the average. See, it's higher than average. Are you aware there's a Bloomstorm approaching? What? No, not now. Aurora, can you please relate these crucial details into your interpreter? It's only a moderate storm, category 1. Peak duration of approximately 4 hours. That's completely fine. If the rover gets spored, the bloom will eat right through it. I'd like to make it home someday, Professor. You know what this expedition means for Aris and Noah, both of our homes. Aurora says it's here, we just have to search. 5 more minutes, Professor. After that, you better be sitting beside me on the rover, ready to ride. Deal? Deal. I'm not going to make it, am I?
No.
Can I jump? No. What's this? Can I go to the left side? No.
Is there a painting around?
There is a lot of dirt around.
Oh, damn. So no painting.
Dirt and weird fungi. Ooh, and a can. An aluminium can detecting heavy bloom contamination. That's a great find for some reason. An old can. It's a sign where there's trash, there were people. That's true, I guess. Except of like most of the sea has trash in it as well. Well. Detecting advanced pre-collapse technology. You have to see this, Commander. It's some kind of artifact. And that's an explosion. I know. And I'm not going to make the 5 minutes. I fell into a hole.
So you know the 6.3%?
16.6667. Well, I mean, I think we were right with that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I fell on some weird mattress of a hobo, so yeah. Conveniently placed right underneath the hole. And even a pillow. Aurora, oh no, don't be broken. Did I break it? Aurora, initialize, please.
Wait, did you break?
No, it works, don't worry. Well,
No
thank NASA,
problemo.
you're attempting to reconnect. Okay, it's a bit broken. My commander is called Tai. Commander Tai, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Thank you, Tai. Okay, we cannot connect. Yeah, the graphics are cool, I really like it. Although my right foot is a little bit weird. It's kind of small compared to my left foot.
Yeah?
Yeah? Yeah, I mean, that's not that so healthy. Might have been the fall though. If I can find a replacement, can we restore communication? Estimated 81.6% chance of successfully restoring communication. I mean, that's a good chance.
No.
Assuming I don't die first, right? Oh, a 97% chance even now.
Oh, even more.
Huh. Okay, my left feet is weird. Okay, are we going to examine the weird mattress, which probably has like UV light stuff on it? Yeah, let's go.
Gonna set up the screen.
Unknown object detecting wood, pine, cotton, steel, polyurethane, latex, and 0% bloom contamination. Yay, cotton! Just like my cotton empire in Black Desert. Wait, on what do we sleep? He doesn't know what... He doesn't know what a mattress is, so what do we sleep in the future? I'm scared, man.
No. Oh, rewards. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Ooh, I can scan with tap. The cave is clean. At least I won't die from bloom exposure. What's this? An Infinity-Edge mobile device manufactured in 2013. Can we salvage it? No. Wait. Wait. There is a major plot hole in the game. I just scanned the area around me for contamination. I found 0, and one of the objects in my area I scanned is 2 hard damage from the contamination. I know it came from the surface, but it was in my scan range just a second ago. Paper, trace amounts of graphite. You mean pencil.
No paper.
I can't imagine a world with so many trees you could throw paper away. Wait till he hears what we do in the toilet with paper. Can you read it? The symbols are too legible for me to reconstruct. Ah, hi Truji. Welcome, thanks for the bets. I guess he's back on top now.
More bits.
The moisture in this cave must have washed it clean over the centuries. Yeah, moisture in a cave next to a mattress. I know what has happened here. Oh. This is a straight reference to the Tinker.
Is it?
It's a statue in the pose of the Tinker.
Awesome.
It has like also metallic things sticking out of it on the top side, but...
So they kind of stole something from...
No, they referenced it. Primarily steel rust caused by natural oxidation. Oh yeah, I guess that would happen with moisture in a cave, yeah? What are you doing here, strange person? Who made you? Artist and art style unknown. Commander would love this, he's fond of pre-collapse art. Do you get a good scan of this, Aurora? We have to show to him when we get back up. Who am I, Master Hivemind says? You are... Dave.
Or Master Hivemind. Also on.
Yes. I still think there is something more with the left foot. It's very small. Aurora, is this a building? Artist wrote it. Yeah. This appears to be the upper portion of a multi-story family residence. Ooh, lovely and wholesome. A house underground, untouched by the bloom. Detecting a spike in heart rate and respiration rates. Are you alright, Professor? I'm fine, Aurora. I'm just fine. I just thought we never... We've been searching for so long. Our search for the sunken city has lasted 3,643 days. I mean, what is that reasonably? 6 years? Approximate?
Something like that.
Not even, I think.
No? Are you sure?
Wait. I'm going to calculate this because I'm... 3645 was it or something? Okay, it's closer to 10 years. 9.99, but I don't know. In lore time, it's like at most 2 years, I think. If I could feel emotion, Professor, I would likely be excited. Great, so what are we waiting for? I don't know. A key or can we just enter? We can just enter. Aurora. Still with me? Yes, Professor, systems are nominal. Yeah, that's normal. I think I found the great artifact of mankind. Okay, wait, I have to go through this dialogue. Do you guys see it? Do you guys... No, not that.
Not that, come on.
It wants to show me some, like, power sword or something. That's not important. People lived here, yes. Let's reestablish communication with the commander. Anything in the scan look promising? Electronics were detected. Ooh. Room scan may be activated again to pinpoint their location. No, we start with this artifact. This is the greatest artifact known to mankind. A coffee cup. A mug of coffee. Straight up fuel for programmers to write code.
Wait, the coffee cup.
Yes. This painting is bloody scary, to be honest. Holy
I unfortunately can't watch the stream because it's too bad internet.
Oh.
So I'm just listening.
Well, you can't even see like the art style, man.
No, yeah, I know.
Well, you saw the trailer. You can imagine the art style, but it's cool.
Yeah, I'm like all thinking in my head.
Vulcan Wireless Electronics. Wi-Fi antenna detected. Not the legendary trove of technology, but we have a new antenna. That looked so weird. Like, he's standing over a closet with cables in it, but we only see the back of the main persona. And he just started fumbling at this area where his belt will be. With his hands, it looked so weird. The game looks nice though, yeah. Re-establishing rover link. Commander Ty, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Professor, you're alive. Are you okay? Yes, and you can thank Vulcan Wireless Electronics, not sponsored by the way. Thanks, Vulcan? Aurora, can you share a feat with the commander? This is, am I seeing this right? You've really found it. The Sunken City, a prehistoric world of untold treasures. "300 years ago is hardly prehistoric, Commander. But yes, I believe we found it." To be honest, the commander is like this very buff guy. And we are like this skinny guy with a weird left foot. So, not to dampen the mood, but we do have a storm coming. I don't think I can get back the way I came. Wait, we can't fly? What fuster is this? Come on, man. To be fair, his left foot is also weird. Yeah, okay, the commander's left foot is also a little bit weird, but look at the contrast. These are like almost the same size. This is like a huge difference. Huh. And does the commander have a shadow here, or is that just a closet? Because we see multiple bits dangling.
Oh.
I can't see the bottom of the hole you fell down. There's no way I can reach you. Scan shows 0 contamination down here. There's no immediate danger. Of a lot of expeditions I've been on, I never found a truly uncontaminated site. Are you going to judge people by their appearance? Yes. Yes, I will. You first judge them by their appearance, then you judge them again by their contents. You judge them again by their personality. You keep on judging them, that's kind of the point of the story, but... Oh yeah, that can be the shadow of the yeah, that's the shadow of the chair. True. Why don't you take the rover and return to Aris? Come back with a full team when the bloom stops. I don't know about that, Professor. I am still your expedition commander. Abandoning you goes way against protocol, and we all know how hard we stick to protocols, right? Not to mention my conscience. Well, just jump down with me then. I wrote the protocol for this mission, Commander, don't worry.
No worries, I know this out of my head.
It is highly inadvisable, Professor. Section 12.c, Team Member Separation Emergency. Section 12.a, Bloomstorm Contamination Emergency. Section 20, Sunken City or Ancient Ruin Discovery Event. Of course Aurora's not ready to break the protocol. That thing is programmed like half of these in the list. What if something happens down there? Suit failure, collapsed floor, dehydration, mummies. Ooh, I would like to see mummies. If I'm not monitoring, the rescue team won't even know where to start looking. Alright, fine, point taken. Okay, we're going to scan and look for an exit. He is going to move the rover behind the rock to the east. Keep the line open. Can I take the coffee? Oh, no, I can see I can examine the painting now. Dried all unknown powders canvas wood. That's a painting, Professor. We have a few in. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, thanks. I haven't studied to know that it has a painting yet. Yeah, I mean. I've heard of paintings, Commander. Ours isn't that uncultured. See, ours has some culture in it. And a lot of other things, but ours has a little bit of culture in it.
Not much, but it is.
They're fragile and hard to preserve, even without bloom. Scanning 23%, 43%, 68%. Scan complete. Ooh, they are going to recreate the image. Oh, that's cool. It still looks terrifying, I'm not going to lie. Okay, do you know like our whole conversation with about sex robots?
Yes.
Imagine that, but instead of legs, one wheel.
Worth it.
I think. Okay, Damon says yeah, no.
Wait, why not?
Okay, it's clearly a robot woman with boobs. One eye and a wheel. I wish I could forget that conversation. Oh no, that's impossible.
No, you're gonna keep remembering it.
It's even clearer than I hoped. How is this possible? Good code, brother. Learning algorithms. Also, to be fair, I think it will be pretty hard to reconstruct it just by like a simple quick scan. Gonna play some games with a friend, so lurking. I'll see you later, Claires. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, I'll have to scan more of the room first. And I get even a waypoint. Ooh. Can I take the coffee mug down? I can't, right? Damn it. Simulate memory. There's a lot of stuff. An Infinitab Pro, manufactured in 2015. Add this to the array. All of your working computers and devices. Everything at NOAA is so hand-powered. More salvage tax goes to keeping Aurora up and running. But getting your colony online is part of our mission. Ah, come on, Nightbot, don't be such a dick.
Okay, some.
Nightbot just cleared Damien our messages. Timer should only last 5 seconds. Yeah, I'll have to edit the algorithm for him, I think. Should just write a spam protection bot of my own. But whenever I find time for that, that is. Oh, this is cool. Can we reconstruct the ladder as well? Last Will and Testament of Ada Barron. I, Ada Barron, resident of Houston, Texas, and citizen of the United States, preceded in that by my husband, Ernest Barron, do hereby declare that this is my final will and testament. I direct all my debts and last expenses be paid as soon as convenient after my death. I authorize my representative to settle claims against my estate. I bequeath my property, both real and personal, as follows. Ricken Barron, currently of Lakeshore Drive, as my grandson with the following property. And I don't get to know any much more. Her belongings didn't return to her community when she died. We don't need to understand the specifics, or we'll make the necessary connections. She's building a relationship model to categorize each artifact. That's pretty smart. She'll recognize associations even if we don't. Our brains are similar but less accurate. Think of a shower, for instance. Your brain instantly pulls up related information, right? Like the feeling of the towels on your bare feet, the moisture in the yard, the bitter smell of disinfectant powder, the sound of spraying water. Yeah, I mean, that's how our brain works, yeah. The what? A living encyclopedia. Ah, yeah. Can I simulate? Not enough data. Okay, so this is like the data bar. I'll have to examine this first. It's another picture. Not a painting, but a picture. Of a grandma and a grandpa and their little brown-haired child.
Brown-haired.
I'm not sure if they're a natural grandson because he has a more distinct skin color, but it can be because they're old. So yeah. Do you think these people lived here? No, I think these people came here and used this as their sex dungeon.
That's the correct answer. Now they need to move.
Aurora scans their faces. Is she stirring everything? She should. And so much more. building an identity for each person. She'll get more accurate the more we show her. Yeah, that's the basic principle behind Q-learning, machine learning, neural networks, etc. A site like this opens up a world of possibilities. There's so much that we don't understand about life back then. Time to change that. Okay, and now I can simulate the memory, I guess. So we're going to use all the scanned artifacts and try to simulate the whole room. Oh, don't you think it's a bit drab in here? Drab Ernest? Yes, dear Drab. We haven't had a fresh coat of paint in here since... So like, we tried to reconstruct what was here before using just some form of machine learning and data sets. It's a little bit far out there to believe, like, even with like a massive amount of artifacts that I could like get exact conversations going on between them. Are you volunteering to redecorate the room, dear? Of course not, Ada. You're the artist, not me. Well, you know, as a resident artist, I believe I have just the ID. Wait, no, hang on. I meant we should hire someone. Ah, yes, I can see it now. It will be vivid. Vivid and full of light. Oh dear. We will hire a decorator. A decorator. I'll bring in my new piece from the studio. This old statue will go, I suppose. Excuse me. When will I learn to keep my big mouth? Hang on. We're losing the statue? Finally, I can get a good night's rest without that gargoyle looming over me. It's the Bishop of Dreams, Ernest, not a gargoyle. Little Rickon will be upset, you know. He loves that one. You know, that's it. Let's put it outside. The fresh air will be good for his breathing, and the lad can play where we can keep an eye on him. Well, that's just a lovely idea. Well, it's a lovely piece. Grandma, Grandpa, the dragons are coming. Hey there, Ricky. We were just talking about you.
Yes. About the
Were
dragons.
your ears burning? My ears? Let's get you some lunch, Dragon Slayer. And that is how you get people to believe very fucked up things about the past. Professor, that was the most amazing thing I have ever seen. This is the promise of the sunken city, Commander. A chance to rediscover the past, where we came from. All that it takes is, well, massive amounts of data, actually. A massive amount. Well, what are you waiting for? There must be a ton of historical data in these ruins. Let's find out what happened to these people. So we need more artifacts to examine, and we get more memory projections of that. Hence the name of the game, Some Distant Memory. It's hard to know how large this place may be.
Because it's some distant memory.
Well, it's a house and they don't know what houses are, nor mattresses, so... We have a map. Okay, I have a map which updates when I explore. Nor pillows, nor mattresses, yeah, they don't know any... Nor coffee, probably. They live without good coffee, how can they program such a thing as Aurora then? It's impossible. Everyone knows the best software is written on tea, coffee and pizza.
And a coffee cup.
And a fair share of crime, probably, but... Unviewed memory nodes will be highlighted as well. Very useful, thank you both. Watch your step down there. Okay, so those are the doors. More statues with scrap metal. Is that a safe? No, that's just a TV? A window? I don't know, man. Another painting. Ooh, of a minotaur. That one is pretty cool. The fact that this house is still standing just blows my mind. Extreme damage, yeah. Let's open this door first. Okay, a book. Ooh, a lot of text. First I'm going to clear the whole story so I can read through. Harvey, Pewter and the Immortal Drive. And it is just a story about a hive mind AI. Oh no, a Dave AI. Sounds like a bad thing. It's a story about a software glitch that killed your parents. That sounds...
Oh, no, please.
A self-driving car, the crash was caused by an AI error. Wow. That's a first edition copy of Harvey Pewter. Do you know this book? Teen Techno Wizard, the best hacker in the world. Dave killed our parents? Yes, he did. This book defines the pre-collapse spirit. I grew up on the old Hexagon. Wow. I pity the lack of your childhood, that's the story of my life. When you get back, let's read it together. You'll understand what it is to be truly human, filthy humans. It says here he uses his hacking skills to talk to a worm. Yes. Ooh. This looks promising. Oh, Professor, are you alright? Is that a super box? I see. A box.
A box.
Those things contain entire digital worlds. How do you know this? When I was young, my father found an Infiniboy. Sort of a handheld version. I had 2 wall games. I played them every day until it died. If you find an Infiniboy, Professor, I'll flag it for the salvage team. Excellent. See? And people are saying that games aren't useful for you. Games are very useful for when we all die because something horrible happens, and then the people of the future can go back through the ruins of our buildings and find our awesome games and learn stuff about it. And then they find like these weird hentai collection games from somebody, and then they have a very fucked up view of us, which is absolutely correct. Rick, I put your ducks in there, but now I can't open it. How old is this thing? The note mentioned docs as in documents, I bet. There could be a wealth of information inside this cabinet. Looks like it's still stuck after all these years though. Maybe something on this floor will help you to open it. I'm very curious to see these docs inside. I'll have to go and look into another room. Another coffee mug.
Oh.
And I can't take that one either with me. I'm doing another simulation of memory. We see the grandson standing on the table with a sword. And on the little pillow, how did the mug survive? Well, actually, Damien, I'm sure you're not aware of this, but tea and coffee mugs are actually the most powerful artifacts in whole humankind. During the British-German wars, the Brits were almost losing until the British came up with a genius idea to surround their tanks with tea mugs. The tea mugs saved the tanks from the German shells, and thus they won the war. Hi, Cedrion.
Wait. I hope it wasn't a true fact.
We all would like to believe it's true, isn't it?
Yes.
No, but actually, books are pretty strong. If you ever get shot in real life, you have like a really thick book near you. You probably can't react fast enough, but there are actual books which have blocked tank bullets going through them. Of like first generation tanks, but anyway, a bold challenge by you, my grandfather, says the little grandson. We play a game, a competition within us both. Emotion is subtle, and I am but a youngling. Wait, what is going on here? The human condition. Aurora is trying to process a memory. I'll just slow down time and move away of the bullet. Good luck with that. Thank you for the bet, Cedrion. Really appreciate it. You took the first spot of the bet leaderboard.
The fight is on.
I'm here to spend some fraud money. Wow. Well, you're not wrong. The problem with slowing down time, Damien, is that you cannot move either. Nor can you breathe, because your lungs are filled with air and you cannot move the air particles. Or at least like at a very slow rate, so if you slow down time, you're like certain that you will be slowed down as well. There is a 82.666666% chance that I was not present, dears. Did you do research on that? Yes, of course I did. If I want to go for world domination, I have to do research on time travel and time slowing stuff, of course. Myself in a sitting position and my love for the child who is likely also in a sitting position. Aurora, please pause. Area hieroglyph paused. Is that how you think people talked 300 years ago, Aurora? Likelihood is low, Commander. Remember, our goal... I can't speak anymore. Remember, our goal is to recreate moments from the pre-collapse to learn about the civilization. What people were like, how they spent their time, maybe even their emotions. And how they got out of this house. Don't forget that important nugget of information. I think they used the front door, probably. I know it's difficult, Aurora. We are breaking new ground here. But you've interacted with plenty of people, seen how emotion changes the way we act. Try to apply that knowledge to the people of the sunken city. Okay, so it's going to try again. Or the secret escape route, yes. The one behind the library so the Germans can't catch you. Even though we're in Texas. Aha, Grandpa wins. Grandpa wins. Ah, I was so close. There you playing with not... what was the name? Not the Infinity Box, but... whatever. How about a rematch, young man? Grandpa, when can I play real football? You know what Dr. White said. I promise, this is just as fun. But I'm sick of being stuck inside. Infinity Boy? Yeah, but you had also the box with another different name. It was Infinity Boy and something with a box. Yeah, their version of the Xbox or PlayStation had a weird name. You'll be able to go outside before you know it, just not now. Okay. Cheer up, Ricky. Not Ricky. Oh, right, okay, Rick. Let's switch sides. You'll be blazing triggers this time. But first I need to hear your trigger roar. Come on. You're more furious than that. Ah, that's it. That's way better. Well done, Aurora. That was magnificent. I can't speak today. I'm... okay. Who was Dr. White? Yeah, that was a thing I found very weird. They mentioned Dr. White, so they have to have another artifact mentioning him at least, but... Rick and Baron had some sort of condition that kept him from playing on his feed balls. How do they even know that properly? Football, Professor, a widely played pre-collapse sport. You really don't know football? Nope. None of those. I have heard of sports.
But that's all.
He said like all the teams from like America almost.
Yes.
And the main character just responds, I have heard of sports. I mean, the character writing of this game, I like it, to be honest. Maybe it'll be easier to open this door than the other. Okay, I need keys. Sounds like me, yeah. It is kind of inefficient to have the light source be also like your AI thingy. Just because it will consume so much power doing it that way. Is this the way we came from? It isn't. Ooh, I found the basement. Where is the sex dungeon? If I learned anything from American shows, that is that all old people have a sex dungeon. Okay, I found it. I walk into the basement and there's literally like a statue of like two people naked hugging each other. Oh, and there is a magazine. Earthbound magazine, July. The villains of climate change. Ooh, I had a picture in one of the lines. There is our biggest issue with urban, yet tackling both the issue of climate change and those who profit from it and fight against its regulation. Gasworks, so they just basically blame oil rig companies. Okay. Ooh. There's a garage door. The reboot of Psyche by Ada Baron. It's a lame sex dungeon, I'm not going to lie. Wait, did I examine those rocks yet? I think it came from this door, not sure. But I'll just go and try the top door first, which has a keypad. Okay, since he says I wonder how much of the house will be accessible, I guess this door will be inaccessible up now. Could try to force it open. Unstable. Yeah. I hate to see a collapsed ceiling get a better view. I'll be more careful then. No wait, this is where we came from, isn't it? Okay, we did this. And this is the artist workshop, I guess. I see a half-done statue, I see some carving materials, I see a paper to summon Satan. Okay, we have a quiet place. Poems by some dude. Then we have a whole poem, which will play into hints for like the AI. And it takes an erotic way without going too much into depth of it. And then it reverts back to being a sculptor. A hammer and a chisel, among other things. Primitive art tools. And in my hands, they could even open an old cabinet. Yeah. Now we are thinking. Texas Unlimited. They profile Ada Baron as an artist. Her largest and final public sculpture, the Dorado, a centerpiece of Discovery Green Park since it opened in 2008, blah blah blah, depicts a man clutching an empty water spout, his body faded and breaking down into rusted machinery. Yeah, it's defined by the career is defined by statues of depictions of people, often immersed or fused with complex machinery. Okay, let's reconstruct the memory. So their grandson was drawing a painting as a surprise for them? It's the way birds sound when they take off flying. That's very abstract. Untitled number 34. Of course, it's one of a kind, yes. He was a sweet kid. You know, I couldn't wait to join this expedition, but I admit, after so long, I thought maybe it was a wild moose chase. Not a goose chase, but a moose chase. Wild moose chase. A pre-collapse saying we like to use the moose was a mythical creature. Yes, I think the Canadians will agree. People wasted their whole lives trying to find them, to touch their lucky horns. Commander's mooses weren't, what is it? You know what, let's talk about it some other time. So,
to talk about.
The Science City knows that the moose is a very common creature, but the Culture City thinks the moose was a very mythological creature. I think I can destroy that lock now. I hope that lock as well, and I hope that lock as well, and that as well, but that won't work as easy as that. Okay, let's open a cabinet. Be gentle, don't bring the roof down. That was pretty easy, you just tap it like 3 times. There are a lot of maps in there. Markings for treasure, monsters, traps, doors. That's an old PC, isn't it? And a mouse. And a Nintendo or a weird book. More books. Ooh.
Even more books.
It's just old electronic. You have CDs, another game console, a lot of cables. We're standing in the icicle fields of Freya. Yeah, I think that's accurate. They're for some kind of fantasy game. They won't help us. How disappointing. Nice rounds though. There's a key here. This appears to fit a door inside this room. I wonder which door that would be. Wait, we're not going to take all the valuable things in there, other than like... I know this is game stuff, but there is a whole computer in there. I thought the Science City collected all of these to make Aurora work. Okay, just the key, okay, I'll just take the key. This is the room of Little Rickon, isn't it? Huh. To be fair, data on your PC isn't forever, because if you do not power your PC, your data will die out. On older models, it's about 128 years, I think. But, yeah. in times like now, PCs do not survive that long anyway, so... But still, they can learn a lot of things about it. They can like try to reconstruct the data and they can see how it worked, at least. Okay, there's a lot of things to scan here. It said at the start, it was 300 years or 3,000... Either 300 years or 3,000 years. If it is 300 years, the CDs will be still readable. If it is 3,000 years, I think they wouldn't be. But the actual OS of the PC would be dead by now, I think. If it is 300 years. Depending on how old the PC is. But the latest thing we found was from 2015 at this point. Okay, we have like... his school book, basically. With the word text at the bottom. Journal belonged to Rick's mother, Emmy Barron. It's missing a handful of pages. Oh my god. I found it, Brian.
What?
It's a big paper with scribblings on it, and then a lot of pieces of paper around it. And in a circle around it are mugs of coffee. It's the holy circle of Coffee Satan.
Coffee Satan. No way. Keep the place.
Also, this gives a new definition to a treehouse. One side of the room is missing, and there's just a tree wrecked through it. More poems by the mother about the branches of the tree. Very ironic since the trees are like right next to it through the wall. Okay, it used to be just outside knocking on the window. Okay, it is 300 years. So the optical drive, well, the CDs should still contain data. Oh no, 300 years ago when our colonies met. So it took them 300 years to meet our two colonies together. Oh. Three years, oh. You know, 3 years, 300 years in Lord years, that's not that long anyway.
No, it's just a few days.
Okay, their breeding gets decided by their AI as well. And it's not necessarily the same thing as love, but yeah. Hand of Aurora is an official title? No, quite opposite. It's what some of the more zealous members of the colony call my position. And they're the ones that say you can't fall in love. It will be very inconvenient. Aurora is vital to our survival. My interpreter duties must take priority. Yes, of course they must. Oh. What is this? Is it just a rip-off Infinity book? I think it is. This is exactly the kind of device I was hoping to find. It will be useless too. There could be mountains of important information on here. Or mountains of cat photos. Well, if it is an SSD or a hard drive, the data should be lost by now, so no cat photos for you. It's a shame. But does it still work? We can't know without electricity. Our flag is for the salvage team to recover. Good thinking, brother. I hope on the cat photos, yeah. Okay, we're going to inspect the circle of coffee satin.
Ooh, inspect it.
Include survey questions based on 36 questions. The data will be harder to interpret, but richer. From there, we'll need to process their input for key behavioral words and phrases. They will help us build better personality charts. We've been using a fuzzy clustering algorithm on the dataset, but there is room for much improvement. The primary lacking area is emotional intelligence interpretation. The prior survey data was too light to produce a reliable ethnic metric. So basically a paper about some research for someone who's trying to make an AI well, an SAI, to be honest, but the primary lacking area is emotional intelligence interpretation. The prior survey data was too light to produce a reliable ethnic metric. Yes. Well, the other hard problem is remaining improving prediction. To be honest, our CPU is very good at prediction. Without going too hard into technical details, right now when your PC runs a piece of code, it will always have like multiple choices to go to depending on what the actual data will be when you do stuff or when the code will be run, right? I think modern CPUs have a 99.99997% rate that I guessed correctly on a jump. Because they're faster, they guess and they hope that they are right. And if they're right, they're like way faster in running the program than when they're wrong. But they almost always guess right. They're really good at it. Ah, soulmates. It's very sentimental and overused. Advanced 0, not hexadecimal, but hex research on machine learning. GGG. Professor? Profer? Pro? I don't know. Having issues with the scan. None. Good. Okay, let us see what we can find. Okay, do you work on 128-bit systems or 48-bit systems? Because it is larger than our systems right now, if they should be capped off around here. DCOS is based on BIOS, I think, 3.2 overflow exception. So they used some real-life terms and they scrambled it to make it sound more futuristic. Professor I. Error, memory segment fault. Deep. Connections, everyone. Deep down. Freaky. Error, what is the matter? I have to start over, it's all gone. Best entity data corrupted. This can be the past, it is barely a person. 3. It's coming down, it's coming down. So much to finish, but I'm starving. This entity is close, somehow, I feel it. She might be the one who made Aurora. No, I don't remember. Alone, completely alone. And now is the point it turns into a horror game. Because our AI does not turn down the glitch simulation. Memory complete. So it was a memory. Is this supposed to be a horror game? Ah, it isn't. But it would have been a good segue. The projection kept repeating down. Do you think you can climb down? I have detected a possible way down. A tree, ooh. Then let's take a look. This tree must have fallen along with the house. Look at the damage it's caused. The hole must lead to the next floor. And thus I can see the room below. Once I jump, I won't be able to get back up this way. If you feel ready, go for it. That's a really stupid decision, but yeah. I mean, we could look and go find some rope or something. But yeah, I know, but let's jump down. If something happens to me, no need to say anything, you'll do fine. Get Aurora data back to Aris. Our findings here are very important. But he's using Aurora, so the data will be already in Aris, I think. Or he's using a whole server relay, like a whole interface or instance of Aurora with him. Another picture of mother and son. The commander calls her a detective, and the professor just calls her a scientist, but yeah. The ashes of the grandparents. But we believe that it was used for painting, of course. Is that a robot cat? I found a robot cat, I think. And a pharmacy bill for Rikin Baron, which has severe asthma. I just want to do something useful for humanity in the meantime. Surviving will be very useful, for starters at least. How can he just ignore the robot cat? Some kind of small device with ears and a little smile. There's a label on top. It's called a cat vac. That is a fucking genius design. It's a vacuum cleaner disguised as a cat. It's a robot vacuum cleaner, but it has a cat on top.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, not bad.
I want that right now.
Where can we buy it?
Well, you're watching the Ed Merrin show. I'd like Ed Merriman. Of course I do, Ernest, because you're old. Alright, that's fine. Let's watch something else. Some kind of mall show? No clue. There's a kid running from an officer and the big guy in sunglasses. They're shooting each other full of holes. Sound like they're back from the store. Change the channel. Ricky can see this nonsense. Mom, Dad, help. And the little kid has trouble. He can't find the inhaler while he has an asthma attack. Okay, may I say one thing? So they have no clue where his inhaler is. There were 3 adults. The grandpa is searching for the inhaler. Both the mother and the grandmother are just staring at the child.
Just staring, nothing else.
Well, yeah, it's her comforting him, but, you know, it would have been more efficient if 2 of them were searching for the inhaler. And by 2 of them, I probably mean the mother and the grandfather, because the mother is probably like the quickest around the house, and she probably knows best where the inhaler would be. Okay, now they're going to call 911. Okay, Grandpa found it. MVP Grandpa right there, you know. It was 3 centuries ago, Commander. So yeah, it's 300 years, not 3,000 years. So some of the digital medium would be still alive. Rip all the floppy disks though, they are dead by now. Let's go to this door. Bottom left. After we skip. Oh, there's a lot of doors again. More perms by the mother. The mother is complaining in her poems that her child is not normal. Always fun to see. Wait a second, hold the button. They just found some spoilers for a story the commander was reading. Holy crap, I need to think about it. More about the story. I may have dismissed the spawning of an event there, but... Greek myth book, woo! Or a copy of Catcher in the Rye. Catcher is a bit advanced for you, but your mother is... well, it's complicated. I want Harvey Potter! The favorite story of Damien. Harvey Potter. Really? Sweetie, we've had them all before. So you were like just watching the story of Damien or grandchildren. No, Potter. Tale of the Chimera is so much more thrilling. Brave Belfiron, slaying the beast while riding Pegasus, the divine winged stallion. But Harvey Potter is wonderful. I loved him, Grandma. Oh, sweetheart. Alright. The memories take place in Earth now. 2015 plus 300 years. Well, it's 300 years after 2015, probably. Which is the best guess I have at the moment. The memories, not the professor. Ah, yeah, the memories are... yeah, okay. Fair enough, you have a point. They can be just your regular grandchildren, though. Maybe. With some luck. Because for all we know, these people may have been dead for 50 years before all this shit happened. That is a not creepy statue. And your regular grandchildren in 2015? Yes. You wanted to time travel, didn't you? Or maybe they are your predecessors. Art supplies. Because we have these notes from when like Rick is older and revisits the house, which is kinda cool. Because here he's clearly like discussing with someone that he should put them in the basement because his grandma was inspired with them. I guess I'll move to Texas. Yes, that's the story. This one is a little different, yes. You really can tell. Made from plaster. Also various puddle semester. It's horrible. It's kind of comforting, to be honest. They may have been an advanced civilization, living on a clean planet with a wealth of technology, but it doesn't mean every sculpture was a masterpiece. I still don't see how this one is worse than the others. You really don't? Thinking about it, artist doesn't keep art around like Noah does. No need for it. Oh, trust me, you're in dire need of some art. We are advanced. Yes, we are advanced. We are the only species on our planet which protects lower species on the food chain from extinction. But we are also the sole reason of extinction for a lot of species.
Was it to me?
Or just to Damon in general.
Oh, okay.
And also, pregnancy for our species lasts way longer because our brain is more evolved. And even infancy lasts way longer because you can only have such a hat as big as you can possibly fit through the body. But the first few months, just like the brain of us has to catch up and still grow even while outside of the womb. But some species we protect are useless. I mean pandas. Pandas are not useless. They're not very useful either, but they're not useless. They serve a need. There is a red button. Or camera. What if we stop taking babies inside humans? Yeah, we should just mix the babies up before we eat them. So they can grow inside of us. Meow meow kitty. Meow meow kitty. Your cat vac order has been placed. Vroom. Your delivery will be arriving soon. What name for your only cat vac? Call it cat vacuum for your agreement. Infinihome. Bills. They cancelled their subscription for Earthbound magazine. Some advertisements for Infinihome. More advertisements. Can't press the button, I think, yet. Okay, so the grandpa died first, and Rick is a tall, good-dressed young man. Okay, Rick moved to Atlanta. And he has no girlfriend, he failed in life. Boo. No, just kidding, he's living the great bachelor life. Maybe as a boyfriend. That is true, if specifically said he is not seeing any girls at the moment. So I can use this door. Well, this goes to the garage, I guess. They had a pretty big house, to be honest, I'm not going to lie. More poems. So we have the company Google, machine learning is the future.
From when?
So someone in their life family was like into machine learning and AI.
Mhm.
I mean, good for them. Like that's a good field, but DeepConnect is built on harvesting thousands of raw data profiles to generally improve people's lives. Yeah, that's a lie probably. Alan isn't about fast hookups. It is about something long lasting.
Mhm.
Rick Honey, so he got a boyfriend or girlfriend at one point. Oh. Jetpacks, yes. Or airplanes. Ah. An interview with a tech. Emmy Barron, Academy for Best Writing in the Journal, blah blah blah. Full story of a young college student falling head through heel for a poetry professor. Tale of an old tycoon child forced to betray her father's darkest secret. Do we have enough for this? No, we need some more fragments. Oh, I missed that one. That's cool radio. Oh, wait. Oh, I missed that one. Oops. I mixed the picture. The picture is very important. I want to see his mother in a good dress. Very important indeed. Nocturnal mushrooms. Mushrooms. You want the kind that make you big, right? Like Super Mario. What are you thinking? Alright, I guess we're having this conversation. Yes, yes we are.
We are.
Dragging Rick around the country, that's no way to raise a child. Oh, advice from the person who raised me so well. It's never going to be healthy. Let's eat leaves to Grandpa. Leaves? What leaves? The red leaves. I didn't get a red leaf. What's it to do? You get to fly in Super Mario, yes. Maybe a baby leaf will do the trick. So this grandpa is cooking a Super Mario meal for his grandson, which is pretty awesome actually.
You're like really enjoying the game, doesn't you?
I'm enjoying the story, yeah. I can appreciate like the art and the details into it are good often. I can see why people complain a little bit about it. It's a lot of reading, but That's just the type of game it is, isn't it? Like, this isn't a shooting game, this is... It's a story, and instead of reading it as a whole story, you're exploring the story as a somewhat outsider persona. You find important bits and you have to connect the story yourself, which is like cool enough. That's the same thing I do on Minecraft right now with Realm of Ascent, to be honest.
Yeah.
I leave bits of story behind and people can find those bits and connect them together themselves.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I was thinking earlier about the story of Orky, by the way.
Yes.
It's not completely done, but I have a general idea of what I'm going to do with it. They were just people. How dare they? Okay, she leaves her son by the grandparents. Okay, we did connect this, we did connect this. Can go there, we can go there apparently. Now let's go to the left. Why is there a dinosaur skeleton on their table? I mean, pretty cool, but how? They have a table with all the chairs facing into one direction around the table, and there is a dinosaur skeleton on top of it.
Unfortunately, I can't see it.
And a game. Did this child have a game room with a literal dinosaur skeleton in it?
He got the best life ever.
I never imagined we discover a dragon. I'm fairly sure we still haven't. Are you sure? A special wingless dragon? What species of non-dragon animal is this, Aurora? Who doesn't want a room like that? Yeah, exactly. Come on. It's an alligator Mississippiensis. An American alligator. That's a really big alligator. That's a table with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sitting places around it. And the whole table is filled with a massive alligator. Come on, this is not an alligator, this is a dinosaur. Look at the size of the ribcage. Like, literally, the professor could fit inside of the ribcage. The End of an Ice Age. More poems by Emmy. They mentioned coffee into the poem. Good job.
You're like really today into coffee.
And I don't even drink coffee.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Tea is far superior for me, man. And the Japanese cherry blossom tea was pretty good. It's very sweet, though. Well, no, sorry. The smell is very sweet. The actual taste is not as sweet. By far not. But it's good. Okay, Damien, if you say tea is meh, you haven't tried the right tea then.
No, that's true.
I'm talking about not like the tea you buy in the supermarket. I'm talking about the tea you get in a bag, which costs like 10 bloody euros for like a little bag of like 200 grams max. But you have to find time for that tea. Because I don't drink my good tea when I don't have time to appreciate the tea. Which is like kind of weird, but it's too expensive to just drink when I can't appreciate it. I thought snow was fluffy like clouds. They haven't seen snow and they're like discussing if it would crunch or they thought it would be like fluffy. Guess we explore this side now. Is it an aquarium? Ever seen snow? Of course not. Climate change, yes. I mean, my grandchildren probably wouldn't see like snow in Belgium, if they even can still live in Belgium. It might be flooded by then.
Yeah, probably.
So they made a technology
Yes.
to capture carbon using a crystal compound. Guess that became the blossom at one point. Reducing carbon with crystals. Well, my conclusion is that it probably became the bloom. Plastic plants. A tank for displaying aquatic life. Arbors keep similar fish breeding tanks in the lower levels. They are much larger than this, of course. Oh, I know what we use an old swimming pool. The fish died decades ago, too. Now we eat the algae. It smells terrible. Well, depends on the algae, by the way. What was Nova before the collapse? They say it was a religious building. I've seen a few relics from that time. The founders sealed off the windows as best as they could, but over time the bloom got in more and more. Now less of a third of it is habitable, including an old swimming pool for food. Right, and Jackson Square where we grew vegetables. Why is it called Jackson Square? I never asked. That's just what we call it. You didn't have the luxury of a self-sustaining compound. Scientists didn't design your air filtration system. It's impressive you survived it all. Some of us did. Those that didn't became stories. I mean, if you die and you become a story, I mean, you're one of the lucky ones. Think all of the people who die and just get like almost instantly forgotten to history. Even now with like the internet. We found the key for the garage. This house has like these red buttons or intercoms all over the place. It's nice how you learn about the future and at the same time about history in the game. Yeah, it is. Harvey Powter and the Prism algorithm. Oh yeah, Harry Potter is a hacker, not a mage. I feel like they got the better Harry Potter than we did, but... To be honest, I do not know like many good sci-fi books which actually have like good hackers in them. Like good written hackers and like in-depth characters for them. Wow. He launched the executable. Hello world, Guardian was born. This story is so cringy. A tech wizard, yes. Seemingly lost the cat facting in another room. Wait. He's kidnapping a turtle. Stop him. And we have missed our story in this room. How did you not call it Browser if you liked Mary that much? Because Browser is a bad guy, he explained it. He called it King Shell because King Shell is a good guy and Browser is a bad guy. And he's the hero type, the Dragon Slayer after all. You're eating the alligator! No! No, you're eating on the table on which the alligator is. Okay, new theory. It's not a dinosaur skeleton. The turtle he found wasn't a turtle, but a lizard in a shell. The lizard grew up, breaking the shell, and the lizard became a big, badass, alligator-like creature. And Rick made him dinner when he was older. He's something, what was that? Did you hear something? I'm not sure what. It's coming to the wall! It's the alligator! Where did the sword come from? An alligator breaks through the wall, like they casually do, of course. He gets it from his seat and he just pulls out a sword. I'll fight the beast with a firm handshake. This is how history should have gone. Grandma rips his clothes apart. He's like really muscle. You don't have a sword with you? I actually have, but that's beside the point. And Grandpa is going to fight the alligator. Oh, it passed. That was excellent. Why did you stop? I want to see the whole battle. Yeah. What was the estimated accuracy of that prediction? Or estimated accuracy of memory 38%. Hey, that's pretty high actually. Far too low. I thought Aurora was showing us the past. She is, as best as she can anyway. Aurora relies on scant information. Details, big and small. The arrangement of chairs, dust on the floor. This room is brimming with data memory, but not always the most accurate memory. So how did this skeleton get here? That's what I want to know. We may never know. I'm having difficult.
just sit lasts forever.
It really has like a horror vibe at some points, isn't it? Dark, getting dark. Drinking, vulnerable. I'm not even clicking anymore, it's just like moving up the pressure. Bloom. They mentioned bloom. Eat. Save your grandmother. Bring brimming battle. Vulnerable. Already seen I failed. Beautiful night. Stop. Creepy poetry, I agree. That is possible. No specific error to report. Do you believe in ghosts, Professor? No, Commander. No, I don't. But you still might be on the right track. So we can go to here, or we can go to the garage. Oh, sorry. I need to go one room further to the right. I found a computer. And more papers. Dear Baron family, this is a reminder of your scheduled appointment for Mr. Rick. Something with his breathing. And I should bring his inhaler and any medication he's currently taking. Hi Dad, Notre Dame has been good for me. Rip, that thing burned down the lid. Well, they're rebuilding it with a lot of money, but even too much money, but yeah, that's besides the point. Won't be possible to live on campus much longer, especially not after receiving some big news. You're going to be a grandfather, Dad. I'm having a baby boy. Rickon, yeah. Please don't ask about the feather, that's a good thing, right? Yeah. Hi Dad, I'm pregnant. I do not want to tell you who the real father of my baby is, but just accept him, okay. Environmental Alliance managed by the Excel Corporation, which we're doing the carbon thing. Preserve the environment for future generations. I don't think they achieved their mission. Well, maybe they did. They may have saved humanity. What if they could have, but didn't want to? I hate to think that were true. So this whole game is like giving a little bit of criticism on climate change and denying the existence of it.
That's all.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Basically. Okay, special.
The aquifer process too shallow, blah blah. So they have like a whole bunch of CO2 seeping into the bedrock underneath the whole city. Sounds very good. Did I do the desk already? Excel Corporation. Emerald Stone. Now that you find one emerald, be on the lookout for 6 more. 7 emeralds total, why? A pre-collapse legend, there are supposedly 7 emeralds of power. A wish granting lamp, maybe? I know that one. There are also 7 yellow balls if you collect them all. How about a way out of this place? Well, of course, Professor, your safety is top priority. Granddad is smoking a cigar and is bribing his daughter. It's giving some commentary on leaving school and not finishing your studies as well. She doesn't look pregnant. Yes, it doesn't. She doesn't indeed. If that is your body after being pregnant for a long while, then ahem. Did you ruin him? I know you that. I'll hold him accountable. Oh. Well, still, if he is that small, looking like that, already, would have been a blessing. Well, the baby is Rikin, which is asthma. Cigarette asthma. Carter should go in Emmy's room, of course. Actually, a cigar is better than cigarettes, but yeah. I got the tea ready, yes! Take got tea, Brian. Not only coffee, but also tea.
Wait, okay, give me the game. No, I mean.
Oops. Okay, he's going to quit smoking. I may have skipped like one line of dialogue right there. I'm not sure how I have to... But how about soup? But soup isn't superior over tea? Come on, Damien. No, soup isn't superior over tea.
No, soup is good, but not that good.
Yeah, soup is good, and you have very good soup, but you can't place soup simply above tea. That's not how it works. Soup is superior over everything. No. That's not how it works. I got a key to the garage, but this was where the garage is. This layer is on top of here, I suppose, and this hallway layer is here. One soup, 2 hot chocolate, 3 tea, 4 coffee. I'm not sure with that metric, to be honest. And I wouldn't put hot chocolate above tea. I mean, how many flavors of hot chocolate do you have? And I mean, like, really good flavors, you know? That is the only correct ranking. No. You can't pair that with tea. You can't put whipped cream onto tea, you know? Some people do that. I wouldn't do it because it ruins the flavor, but just the true art of tea in me is I very often drink it without any sweetening. But when I do, I prefer to use honey instead of sugar. And the true combination is finding the right honey with the right tea. I'm not much of a fan for using milk in tea either. I mean, for some teas it works, but you know, if not all tea requires a lot of sugar. And I drink most teas without any additional sweets in it. I used to drink them with honey all the time when I was younger, but right now I only drink certain teas with sweets because certain teas have a very hard taste. Or sometimes the sweet taste of a sweet honey complements the tea if you do it right. I thought people in the pre-collapse had words to other work for them. Yeah, that is called like underpaid labor. Maybe the barons were considered old-fashioned. Well, they have a cat vacuum, so I don't know. If I drink tea, it's usually fruit teas because they're sweeter. Yeah. How many miles per gallon do you think it gets, or per gallon of gasoline? That's what cars use for fuel. And that can't handle herb teas without sweetening. You have very sweet herbs as well. Kid, a car that could speak and drive itself. It fought crime by running people over. That sounds awesome and horrible at the same time. The battery cells have degraded beyond repair. Yeah, that's what happens if you let it be. What is it? It's a statue of wood, furnace, metal screws, and the remains of a turtle. Oof. The bottom reads King Shell, peaceful ruler and beloved pet. Turtle, what's that? You know what a tortoise is? Of course, same thing. I've never seen one, of course. Is this how people treated their animals? Putting a crown on them and gluing them on a wooden piece? I guess so. Or burial ritual for beloved pets, perhaps? A paper of grandma about creativity. Another stair going down, and we'll look at that in just a second. That's not the claw hammer, you idiot. There you go. King Shell. Red or blue? You can just mix them to get purple. Yes. Danger Nabbit? Yes, he didn't want to swear in front of his grandson because that's how Americans are, I guess. Even though their TV series are like a lot of swearing and just bleeping it out. Ooh, we know what this is. Central access point for the building's electricity. The signal to the river must be. .51% reserves. Ah, we rebooted the Infinity Home. Now it is giving commentary on like home assistants which monitor people in there. But, The grandson did play some Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder. Or he's making a game, one of the two. Their description of Christmas is pretty accurate. They would kill a tree and display it and hang lights in it. We only have 38% power left of our suit. Maybe because we use like some of the power cells from our suit to power the house, but make it creepy actually. Now I have to go over each room again. Oh, the grandson and his girlfriend, probably. Or his stalker, his escort, his lawyer, his... I don't know. His girlfriend might have been a little bit crazy.
Crazy.
She's the glitch projection we see in all the rooms.
Oh, crazy one.
It does have some horror-ish aspect, yeah, but it's light enough to not like be... to not be classified as a horror game, but... I mean, it definitely could have gone full horror if it wanted to. The cascade was resolved by mirror itself. But now our thing is using a handler made by her, it says, which is not a good thing, it says necessarily. If you're gonna zero throw humanity, Infinity Drone, I've got news for you. Show Overcast Humanity news too. The data from power device enough to break a new memory. Please set time and date. I kinda want to inspect the garage gate again. Okay, I still can't open that. Is she? Why does she have a chainsaw right next to her? Oh.
Now you understand.
There was an earthquake thingy and the tools jumped off the shelf and she wanted to catch one. Or she's cutting herself.
That's also a thing.
Yeah, but I mean, she would have a chainsaw, but why would you have it here? Like, why would you have it in the middle of the floor of the garage, right next to you?
Okay, but no. The question is why not?
Look, it does not display like anything it could have used the chainsaw upon, so yeah. Because she was gonna kill Ricky. Well, yeah, okay, that's an explanation. But she still
No,
can.
that's
She still
that's
can. Look, it's right there. You have a hammer, you have a chainsaw, you have a wrench. There's a far more people than we realize. Yeah, that's the thing. If something like that happens, how do you know you're the last settlement of civilization? Because now they know of Noah and Ares. But what if there is like still a settlement or 50 like in Europe or in India or in Australia? Because they're like in America. How do you even know there isn't like a settlement like 50 miles just south of you? If you can't water that far. It took them 300 years to find each other. So yeah. Not as much as you think. I mean, the technology keeping Aura's operation is nearly beyond repair. Systems are dying, Aurora has struggled to keep it all managed. The components we salvage here will be able to replace some of it, true, but look at this place. The sunken city looks like to be one of the houses that fell into a sinkhole. A few tablets and EC adapters won't keep humanity on its feet for long. Okay, so each room has a new bubble. Again. A lot of critique on climate change, yes. Well, it's a game which just recently released. Well, I think it's out for real already now, but... Cyborg Nanny Cop? Let's do it. She's blackmailing him. I know this is like a very wholesome moment and they're like very cute together, but this looks like blackmailing. Oh no, they're going to mail each other love letters. That's almost the same as blackmailing. They're both feeding data their deep connect. See, that's like a genius plan. Like, you have to convince the girl you like that you're like working on a big project to study like love for machines. And then you can just like say, yeah, we have to fuck each other for 15 minutes straight so I can feed it out to the machine. Don't worry about it. with small steps, of course. You start with a little kiss. You didn't hear that, Damien. Just don't worry about it. Oh, they kissed, probably, based on the simulation. And then they got drunk, even better. And kissed again. All good relationships are built on drugs abuse.
Also, that's where our fault is.
Damn it. Is that part of your world domination plan? Maybe. Oh, he threw out the inflatable cactus. How did he? Why? It's the same picture again. I saw this one before. Oh, and the professor is talking about his last date. I think the professor is female, by the way. Well, I expected earlier already that because of the hourglass shape, but now she stated it, her role, so yeah. Oh yay, female leads. Yeah. And even the best thing is we have her face all covered up so we don't have to deal with it. Just kidding, of course, but... And the female is even allowed to be the smartest person. Twice, actually, because we have Mira, a smart person, and we have the professor, a smart person. Accessing love letter matchmaking app. For once, a not overly sexualized female video game character. Yeah, that is true. Okay, this game is longer than I thought, to be honest. I've been busy for 2 hours and a half already.
Yep, you are.
But I have like the feeling we're close to like...
Finish. End
Yeah.
of the game.
Yeah, we're too close to stop, but at the same time I should do some other stuff as well, but I'm enjoying the game as well, so yeah.
You know, you should stop to tease watchers so they need to come back. Smart place.
Yeah, but then I have to say a day I will stream this game further. And my stream schedule is not like not... I mean, I'm very strict in what days I stream, but I'm not very strict in what content I stream, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Although I had decided like a week ago I wanted to stream this game today, but yeah.
By the way, look like something other game related on Black Desert. We just need to get like we just need to be like the horse tamers. Like those horses are like insane. A lot of.
Still sure how to tame the horses, to be honest.
Yeah, and then breed them, and then poof, a good horse, poof, money. What do you think?
I still have no clue how I can tame the horses or capture them at least, because I've tried before, but I didn't succeed.
Do you
Well,
think I have any idea?
probably not. Hey, we can even reconstruct events outside of the rooms we're in. Okay, so we have to this one. I like this game. Yeah, I like it as well. But I'm going to be smart, and I'm going to stop right here because, if we're being honest, we just did like 3 rooms again. We have to do all the other rooms again, and I guess there is like a little bit of content after that. So, what about we continue this game next Wednesday? Saturday we will have something different. It might be Minecraft, it might be just something other completely. But on Wednesday we will continue this. I think that sounds like a fair deal, doesn't it?
It is.
Because my voice is getting a little bit hoarse anyway. Next Wednesday is Christmas. Shouldn't I do it on Christmas? Probably not, right?
No, not on Christmas.
Is next Saturday any special day?
Normally, no. Normally.
Next Saturday could work. No, okay.
No, okay.
Let's do next Saturday then, because doing it on Christmas might be. Wait,
Let's go.
this week Saturday isn't? Yeah, that's true. We can't do it this week Saturday. Yeah, I might as well do it this week Saturday, to be honest. Why not?
Yeah, go for it.
So we'll continue this Saturday then. I'll have to save though. As I fucking hate myself if I didn't save, man. Okay, it did save. So thank you guys for stopping by. Special thanks to Damien for sticking around for so long. Scars, Cedrion for dropping bits. Truji for dropping bits. Golden Bloom for dropping bits. A lot of bits today, you know. But that's good. It actually helps me a lot out. I'll post an update into the streaming server a bit later today, probably. And we'll continue the story next Saturday. This Saturday at our regular streaming time. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.